Hello, welcome to Luminosity Living. I'm Monique. Thank you for coming and watching my video today. It's my first video. Today I'm launching my business, and today we're going to talk about what Luminosity Living is, and the word courage is what we're going to talk about also. Before we get started, I wanted to first talk about a quote from Joseph Campbell, and that quote is, the big question is whether you're going to be able to say a hearty yes to adventure. And I said yes to my adventure, which is, I said yes a couple times, but today is like the big day. Today I'm launching my business here on YouTube, which I wasn't expecting to do. And I'm also launching my business on Etsy. I'm a little behind. It's probably going to be one item out of 15 that I have, but I'm doing it and I'm okay with having one item because at least I'm getting it done slowly. And so I wasn't expecting to do the YouTube part of it today or right now, period. But I'm going to show you, I'm going to tell you how that came about. So I was sitting there on July 21st, just like 2 weeks ago, minding my own business, and I got this thought in my head. And the thought was, you should do YouTube videos. And I was like, no, it's not time. I haven't lost my teenager weight from having children. There's the pregnancy weight, and then there's that weight, and then there's the weight that like you start to lose, and then your kids turn to teenagers. It's a whole different thing, and it's so stressful. And so I started to gain weight again. I haven't lost it all. I'm not ready to go public. But then, so what I've learned is, in the last 8 years or so, is that there's a voice that's my thoughts, and there's a voice that is the universe helping me and guiding me along, that it's time, Monique, it's time for you to do this. So that's what I'm doing today. I said yes to my adventure. They gave me 2 weeks, which is probably a good time because it didn't give me too much time to stress out and to not be able to do it, although I'm a little stressed and nervous today. But it gave me time to get the equipment that I need, all the things that Monique thinks that she needs to like start a YouTube channel. So they did give me enough time, so I'm very thankful for that. But I said yes because sometimes if you don't say yes to the things that are meant for you to happen now, then they may not come around again. It's the time now, and it can change the course of your life if you say yes to an adventure when it's time. So I said yes. So I'm going to ask you if you said yes to your adventures, or is there an adventure coming up that you think you probably should say yes to? If you have, then comment below. And so I want to do a couple of things. One, my daughter's expecting a package, so the door may ring, the dog's gonna bark, but it's okay, we're gonna proceed. Two is that I tend to over prepare, and so today I didn't really, so I have a bunch of notes and a bunch of papers because it's just gonna get me started today because I want to get the video out there. But in the future, I think I'll be more relaxed and I won't need all my papers and everything. But I wanted to make sure that I got everything out that I wanted to say. Plus, I like a visual YouTube video, so we're gonna have like some pictures probably, and probably some memes that I like to make, and that's what we're gonna do. And I'm gonna be checking my notes to make sure that I have everything. Yeah. And so you're gonna be going along on the journey with me. And so yeah, Monique didn't lose her weight that she gained or whatever in the last couple of months, because we're gonna go over it all. But I'm a married single mom raising 3 kids all by myself, and so it's very stressful. The teenagers, babies are easy, teenagers are hard. And so, and plus I've been the last 8 years going to school, and in the last, well, knowing that my business was going to start, and then the last 2 years, the last year knowing that today's the day that my business was going to start. And so, anyways, here we are. So we're going to start with, I'm going to read this part because I have 3 kids, 2 teenagers and 1 young adult. My oldest son is going to be turning 23 in October. And I married the one boyfriend that I met at 19 years old. So 29 years later, here I am. And I celebrate all of their events and all their milestones and what they have accomplished thus far. However, the last 6 years, I've had my own accomplishments and things, and I've realized they aren't celebrating me. And not when I graduated massage therapy school as valedictorian, or last year when I went to Sedona and received a bachelor's in metaphysical science and graduated and walked across the stage. No one congratulated me. So today I'm going to take a moment, as I did then, because I've learned to celebrate me and be really happy, because in this very moment, I'm so very proud of myself that I'm doing this, because this is it's above and beyond my comfort zone, and I'm going to do it. And so stepping out of my comfort zone, and I'm doing this. And so with this, I'm going to reach another level of success in my life. And so I'm super happy, even though you can hear my voice is cracking. I'm really stressed. And so we're going to give a moment. Say I'm very happy with myself. I have a mirror right here, actually, because it's like mirror work is very important. And I'm so proud of you, Monique. I love you. You're doing a really great job. And you're doing good. Okay. And so down below, I want you guys to talk about, comment, like, what have you done recently? And you probably didn't stop to give yourself a good, like, time to congratulate yourself or honor yourself and, like, what you did that was super important and major. You need to celebrate yourself. So comment below with what you've done recently so that we can all celebrate you. And then if you see a post that someone's done, if I'm lucky enough to get people to comment, then everyone take a moment and congratulate that person too. Or if you see someone's comment, congratulate them. Because that's the kind of community that we're gonna co-create here and build together. So now we're gonna talk about what Luminosity Living is. And I'm gonna read it because I don't wanna miss anything. So Luminosity Living, for the most part, if you were to take the essence of who I am, Monique, and bottle it, you have Luminosity Living. Luminosity Living is being able to take crappy situations, and we all know there's a whole lot of them in the world, and finding the good in them. And even if you're struggling and cannot, then to keep your thoughts positive and a firm belief that everything is going to be okay, no matter how that unfolds for you, to know that everything is going to be okay. And if maybe if it wasn't what you wanted, then it's something in the end that's probably going to be better for you anyway. Luminosity Living is celebrating every possible thing in some kind of way, regardless of how much money you have or do not have, because celebrating life's moments are super important. And I've been doing this ever since I was a kid. So it's not just for my business. I'm literally taking my business and packaging me. Luminosity Living is following your intuition and doing what makes your heart happy, even though sometimes your mind's going to oppose and other people's opinions are not going to agree, but you're going to follow your heart and do what makes you happy in the end. Luminosity Living is striving to be the best person you can be by learning, evolving, self-reflection, and doing the actual work to improve yourself. Luminosity Living is creating a party of the journey, a party out of the journey, because the journey is just as important as the destination is. So that's what Luminosity Living is. And what does Luminosity Living look like in action? Like, what does Monique do? Well, I was born this happy, truthful, optimistic, which can be faulty sometimes, but optimistic, inquisitive child. And it's actually hard for me to think negative. And when I do, it comes out as anxiety and worry. And even then, I do my best to try to overcome the anxiety and the worry and that negative thought with what I can do to make it better. So it becomes probably like even stressful more thing. So I can't think negative. I always have to strive to think positive and do the best I can be to like keep my thoughts positive. And I believe your mind is a magnet. We're gonna go over all that stuff in the future so that you get the outcome that you're looking for. Okay, so for me in my life, I need something to look forward to, whether it's a celebration or birthdays, or we started doing half birthdays because, you know, a year's a long time. And really, if you celebrate a half birthday, then you have time to do halfway in between and to see where you've come, where you're going, and how's that working for you. I look forward to vacations, family field trips, craft day, concert season in my living room because I stream all my favorite concerts because I like festival season. I haven't been to Coachella or to EDC because I like electronic music. It's who I am. It makes me happy. And I haven't been to Ultra Music Festivals, like what's my first thing. I probably won't ever go because I'm pretty happy with my front row seating in my living room. And before they streamed them, I used to listen to them on Sirius XM. And it's usually like an attendee of one. It's only Monique. The kids don't always come. And I have the strobe lights. I have the neon like little things. I decorate. There's like food. It's a party and I really look forward to it every year. This year it didn't happen, but that's okay. they streamed a couple different things on Insomniac events, so I was kind of happy. But anyway, so like, whatever, turn your living room into, like, do what makes you happy is what I'm saying. Regardless of what society says or what other people say, you need to do what makes you happy. Or on a daily, when school was in session, I would look forward to the mini concert in the car for the 7-minute drive to take the kids to school, because, you know, the playlist is an event on your iPhone or whatever. Like, music is important. Or it's enjoying pouring the water in your French press and watching the coffee bloom and smelling it as you see the steam, because I have a coffee. Like, some people like wine. I'm not really into wine or alcohol, but I love coffee. Even if I see coffee on TV, it's like, I really want coffee. So I love fair trade, organic coffee is like my whole spiel. But I love coffee, and I love the steam, and I love the smell. And for me, that's a daily event. It's pretty exciting. Like, it really makes me happy. And I do take the moments to enjoy those moments. Okay, and then it's also watching the flowers bloom in my garden. I enjoy that, like, probably like a lot. Like my sunflowers opening, the roses opening. I love California poppies. They like open in the mornings and they close at night. They make me happy. Let's see. Oh, I also love to watch like the first signs of spring and fall. It's like a game that no one really plays but me. But I like to say, oh my gosh, like, look, I see the first sign of fall. When you see like the leaves are starting to turn orange or brown, or the first signs of spring where like the trees are starting to get to like their little buds. So yeah, luminosity living isn't contagious. It's a choice because my kids have grown up with it. They don't all take on to it, like a little bit. They do, but not like full time. So I tend to have like pop quizzes to see if like they've learned. Like today, before this video started, I gave my daughter a pop quiz on what like the Joseph Campbell quote is, because back in October I gave a vision board workshop for my son's girlfriend and her mom, and I made my daughter join. And so I talked about that quote then, and she didn't know it. So she didn't earn the money offered in the pop quiz. You gotta listen and learn. Also, luminosity, or my version is also the beautiful sky. I love the sky. I love like the sunrises, the sunsets. I love the colors of the clouds, the sky at night with the stars, the moon and its cycles. For the most part, I find happiness and beauty everywhere. I'm going to share all those things with you so that you can do it too. And it's not like my life is super great, because we're going to go over that too, because I'm going through a transition, and obviously you're going to watch me do it. That's why I didn't think it was time, but apparently it is. We're going to go through it together. So everything is not always easy, but you can find happiness through it anyway. And so we're going to co-create Luminosity Living together. I'm going to help you guys do that. And we're going to co-create this YouTube space so that, I'm going to listen to what I'm supposed to be posting. And then I want you guys to let me know what you want to know about, because I have a vast amount of knowledge about a lot of things. I don't know it all, because you guys are going to teach me some things too. But I know a lot, because I'm a Gemini and I'm all over the place. So I know a lot. I know a little about a lot. And so what I don't know, I'm going to find out for you guys. And then what I don't know, you guys are going to tell me the rest. And we're going to learn together. So naturally, I have tools that can also help you luminosity live. And they're going to be on Etsy, but there's only like, some things are only 12. So it's like limited quantities. So that's like a plus for me. And then I'm also I opened up a Teespring, because like apparently I'm super crafty and I like to do images. And I think they're really pretty, because if my 16-year-old daughter says so, then I think they must be okay. So we're going to post them on there. But you don't have to buy my stuff. But I do want you to partake in my YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, and so that we can all grow and evolve together. The stuff on Etsy is a plus. Not everyone can have it anyway. I only have a limited amount of quantities. Okay. And so I wanted to make this video really short. I think I'm gonna, because I can talk a long time, so I think I'm doing good. So my next video is gonna be out next week, over the weekend, and we're gonna meet Monique. I'm gonna talk about me, and you're gonna get to know me, because don't you wanna know who I am? I'm super nosy. I would like be all over the place trying to figure that out. So that's gonna be up on Saturday. And then before I go, I also wanted to share a photo that's gonna be up at the time of editing, which I self-edited. I'm gonna learn how to self-edit. Well, I already kind of did, and what I don't know. My tech support, which is my 18-year-old son. Well, he's gonna be 19 in like a couple weeks now. He's my tech support, and he's gonna teach me. Also, my tech support son, my 19-year-old, also did a little ditty in the entry. And if you liked my animated video, he did the song behind that. I commissioned him to do it for me because he's an up-and-coming producer. I'm putting those words out there for that to like blossom for him. I'm not allowed to say his name, and I'm not allowed to tag him in the video or anything because, you know, I guess it's not his type of music, which it's just, I wanted a happy song that I pre-titled it Sunrise. So I gave him the title, and his job was to do what Sunrise is. And so he gave me some options, and then he went back and did some revisions. And so what you just listened to was Sunrise by Monique's son, who I'm not allowed to say his name at this time. Thank you. So I wanted to share also like how deeply I am about luminosity living and being happy. For my 39th birthday, I think that was about 8 years ago, I wanted to go to Paris because I love Paris, but I didn't want to go with my current entourage, you know? And so for my 39th birthday, this next best thing was to go to Paris and Las Vegas. And so that's what we did. We took a 3-day vacation for my portion of the vacation was to go to the Paris hotel and be in Paris. And then after that, so the kids would be really good. Also, like, luckily Legoland was doing a grand opening, so after that we went to San Diego and the kids had their Legoland portion. But they had to be good up front for mommy's, like, Paris version for the kickoff. It was the kickoff to my 40th birthday. And so, in the picture you'll be able to see is that I really love Paris, and I was dressed Paris theme. And the picture that you see was either before or after we went up the Eiffel Tower in Paris and Las Vegas and I had a beret on. I don't know which one's in the picture, but it could have been sequin because I love sequin on any given day because it makes me happy. And I know I had red lipstick on because I don't really wear red lipstick, but that's such a Paris thing. It just felt right. And so the whole trip we like lounged by the pool, like I was in Paris. And I wanted my kids to feel like they're in Paris too, but I don't think they did because, you know, the casino kind of ruins it for you because it's kind of smoky. We didn't even gamble. We were just there making Monique happy for the experience of being in Paris. We only went to the Strip one time, and that was to go to my main favorite place was the Caesar's Palace, to go to Serendipities. And then, but for like the 2.5 days, for the most part, we were in Paris and kicking off Monique's 40th birthday, which there'll be a whole video about Monique's 40th birthday because 40 traumatized me, turning 40, but I'm going to be turning 50. I'm 2 years out, which I just kicked off my 2-year celebration to my 50th birthday, and I'm looking forward to 50. And again, I have my son commissioning, well, I didn't commission, he gifted me a song that I wanted him to do for my 50th birthday, and so we'll go over that later because we'll talk about how important birthdays are. Okay, so I wanted to do that. Okay. So in the video, which is probably like up, because in my editing, you'll probably see that I may have or may not have done some editing of the video, my little picture, but whatever, it's my YouTube channel. So, Luminosity Living is for people who want to improve their lives and involve themselves by doing the work. Who it may not be for is for people who are with narcissistic tendencies, who lie and cheat their way through life. And so I'm just saying, like, if you may not, well, you probably won't be here anyway because everything's perfect and nothing is your fault anyway, right? And so down below, thank you for watching my video. And I hope down below you comment and you talk about if you said yes to a venture, if you have a venture coming up, what you have most recently done that you didn't take the proper time to celebrate. List that below so that we can celebrate you, because I want to celebrate you, because I want everyone to be happy. And then also the third thing, what are you doing to currently, like what do you do to current Luminosity Living? Because everyone does fun stuff, like take a moment and like, what is it? Like write it below, like let's cheer ourselves up. And then follow me on Facebook, and then it's a new face. Well, it's not new. I've had it for a long time, but I don't think I've made it public, but I'm going to make it public. So like my Facebook page, like my Instagram page. I'm going to start posting on there. And then check in with me on Facebook, and so that you take awareness during the week and find moments that either you enjoy, if it's like pouring your morning water into your coffee and drinking your coffee, or how are you doing like Luminosity Living, or what are you doing, like what did you, like, have you noticed during the week that you did something to congratulate yourself that you need to, like, usually you just keep going, but no, we're going to stop now and we're going to start to like congratulate ourselves and tell ourselves we like love ourselves and that we're proud of ourselves for doing what we just did, because it's important. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe, click the notifications for future inspiration and motivation. Check in with me on Facebook and Instagram with the steps that you're taking towards Luminosity Living. Till I see you again, create happiness in your life and luminous light and love. I love you. Thank you so very much. You're making my dreams come true, because I love to teach and I love to share all that I know, and I hope to be able to do that with you. Thank you very much. Bye.